Hi, we're talking to me and Cassidy's grandma. This is my grandma, Susan Holmes. Hi, Grandma, how are you today?
I'm doing fine.
And we're talking about where Grandma came from and her history of immigrating to the United States. So, Grandma, you were born in County Cavan,
Ireland, yes.
Ireland. Now, what made you want to come to America?
From I was very little, I always wanted to travel to the United States.
Did you come with other family, or was it just you?
No, I came on my own.
Now, how did you guys travel? Was it a boat?
We traveled by boat.
By boat? So what was your boat trip like? I mean, obviously, did you enjoy it or did you not enjoy it? Was there anything interesting that happened on it that you can recall?
I was sick all the way.
I know your boat ride you didn't care for too much.
No, well, that was a long journey and I was seasick, and we came in December. Stormy months.
Yeah,
on
so
the
really
sea.
rough.
Yes.
How long was the trip?
1 week.
1 week? And do you remember the year that you came?
I came in 1948.
1948. Now, obviously back in those times, there were a lot of issues with immigration, especially if you were going through Ellis Island. What was your immigration like? Where did you travel when you came into the United States?
I traveled to New York.
New York. So you came into New York. At that time, there was no more Ellis Island, correct?
No. And from New York, I traveled by train to Chicago
Now, why did you pick Chicago as a place to settle?
because my aunts lived here.
Was there a certain reason you wanted to leave Ireland, or just like the
I
whole-
just wanted, there was no reason why I wanted to leave. It was just that I was very small, I wanted to travel to America to visit my aunts.
Yeah.
Were your aunts the only family you have in America when
Right.
you moved here?
Right.
How old were you when you came to
I was 19
19?
years.
Because of the reason that a lot of people moved from Ireland to America, obviously, was there was the potato famine in the late 1800s, but that obviously was way before your time.
Yeah.
So your interests were just, you thought that it would be interesting to come here.
Yes.
Now, how much did it cost to move, like to immigrate here, and how did you save, or did your family help you, or how did that happen?
My parents gave me the money,
Okay.
but I can't remember how much it was.
And it was just like you bought a ticket and came, and that was,
it was like a couple of $100.
Yeah. Now, what did you do when you came here? Like, what kind of jobs did you hold?
I held one job, and that was an nanny.
And I'm sure you enjoyed that.
Yes, I did. Very much.
How did you get that job? Did you find it?
Oh,
Did
we
you-
put an ad in the paper.
Oh, okay.
No, jobs were very scarce then in Ireland.
Well, what was life like? You lived on, you obviously you lived on a farm, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
our family lived on a farm.
And so usually your work consisted of doing chores around the farm.
Right. Well, I was in school till I was 16, and then there was just a 3-year period.
Now, was there something on the farm that you enjoyed doing versus something you didn't like?
None of it.
Nothing. You didn't like any of it. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, your original last name was Higgins. Do you know, like, any history behind that last name?
No,
Is it like an old Irish name?
No, I think it was more, a Swedish name.
More of a Swedish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like how big was your family? Did you have
I was the youngest of 9.
youngest of 9? Okay. And I'm assuming most of them that are still alive are still living over there.
Yeah, there are, my sister and my brother lives there. The rest of them are all deceased.
Now, do you have any idea what's happened to the original farm that you lived on?
Yes, my nephew lives there.
Now, did you find when you moved here, did you find that it was easy to acclimate yourself to living in the United States, or did you find that you were homesick? I know a lot of people.
Well, I was homesick, but I made friends and enjoyed myself.
Did you find that people discriminated against you at all when you came?
Not at all.
Not at all?
It made me very welcome.
Because I know, again, going back to the potato famine, I know for a while there were places where you'd see signs that said the Irish need not apply.
Well, I had no problem.
Okay, so by then that wasn't an issue. So that's cool. I mean, it's good to hear that you acclimated well and that you had no problem fitting in and making friends and obviously being able to start a family. And
What about any like moves from Chicago to other places in the country that their families made?
I know, yeah, Anne moved to California.
California.
Yeah, Grandma, you had 3 daughters and 1 son.
Right.
And everybody except for our Auntie Anne lives in Chicago. Auntie Anne moved to California.
Right.
But otherwise, we're all Chicago based.
Yeah.
Even my grandpa's side of the family, the Holmeses, they are pretty much all in this area as well.
Right.
There's a big concentration, I know, in northern Indiana. I mean, obviously, unfortunately, he's not here to talk about it, but you can probably talk a bit about Papa and when he came.
He came in 1949.
Okay, but at that time, you didn't know him, right?
No, we met in Chicago.
And who introduced you to, if you remember?
Just friends of ours.
Just friends?
Yes.
And he was obviously not born in the same place you were.
No, he was born in Belfast.
Yeah.
Mentioning Papa. He was drafted in the army when he was here 9 months, and he served 2 years during the Korean War.
Right. I actually did not know he was drafted. I thought that
Yes.
he voluntarily signed up.
No. He was only 9 months in
Wow.
America.
They don't waste time.
No, well, that was during the Korean crisis,
True.
and he was happy to serve for
Yeah.
his country.
I wish I wish this was one of those things we could have recorded like about 7 years ago, because instead of you guys having about 10 minutes of tape to watch, you'd have about 3 hours to watch, because he could tell stories all day.
Yeah,
He was one of the best storytellers.
yeah. Well, he remembered everything.
So I'm sure this is probably a really obvious question, but are you glad you came to America?
Yes, the greatest country in the world.
Yeah. I agree.
I love my homeland, but America is the greatest country in the world.
Now, when's the last time you've been home?
When were we there? 5 years
5 years ago? Okay.
2007.
That's right. You guys, they went, but that's cool. And I know, Cassidy, you've been over there now, because I know that you went, and I've been there when I was a lot younger. Any questions you think I'm missing, Cassidy? Oh, yeah, any recipes?
Well, we make our soda bread.
You make soda bread. I know most of our meals are meat and potatoes, which is just okay with me. No complaints. Grandma's the only person I know of that makes minced meat.
Yeah, well, that's a kind of English.
Yeah.
And
Drink a lot of tea.
Oh, Grandma loves tea.
yeah,
I always have to order tea for Grandma.
yeah. I'm a tea drinker. And
When I was younger.
the scones, yeah.
But anyways, that's our Grandma, and she is, traveled from Ireland to here. It's nice that, we can sit with Grandma and talk about those things, because some families have come here so long ago that, no one remembers these things, and they're important to document and important to write down. So
I think it's very important.
yeah. Thanks for taking some time to talk to us, Grandma. We really appreciate that.
Well, you're very welcome.
Oh,
Are
any
you,
discrimination.
are you recording? You're not recording.
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
Yeah, you're on video. Next thing you know, you'll be on TV, Grandma. It's never too late to start.